Hi everybody, good morning. This is Mr. Pabon. I'm doing a tutorial on GarageBand and splitting GarageBand with SafeYouTube links. I'm sending you SafeYouTube links so that you can not have to worry about any advertising or any extra things. It's just the video. So first things first, I'm going to make sure that my GarageBand is working. So I can go in here, I'm going to pick out an instrument. If you can see at the top, there's these blue rectangles. If I click on tracks, I'm going to see all of these different instruments that I can pick from. I'm going to pick Smart Guitar here in the bottom left of the guitar section. Once that opens up, I'm going to then get out of the guitar. Okay, good. I'm going to X out of there. And now I'm going to go to Google Classroom. And you can see I'm in Ms. Beck's and Ms. Olson's classroom here. Then I'm going down to the Musica topic. In here I will click on week of April 6th and I will look at instructions. I'm going to read through the instructions so that I know for sure what I'm going to do. For 4th and 5th grade, we're going to sing and play along with the chord progression. Now here's the thing. In music, it's a very good practice to practice and to go through things more than once. So I'm not asking for you to go into this one time and then just do it and it sounds like you just got started. What I'm asking you to do is do a little bit of this as often as you'd like. I typically will practice something a little bit every day so that by the end of the week I have it in really good shape. So what I'm suggesting is that you go into these assignments, you practice a little bit every day, get yourself better and better at it, and then send me a recording of what you've done. You can do a screen recording and send me that, and I can grade you on that. So here I'm going to click into the Bill Withers slides, Google Slides, and I'll read through. He's an American singer-songwriter. He was born on July 4th, 1938, and he just passed away last week, which is why we're looking at Bill Withers this week, because he was a major singer-songwriter in the American music field, and he did some iconic songs that almost everybody knows, and Lean On Me is the one that we're going to focus on. Lovely Day is another one of my favorites in there. He won 3 Grammys, and he just passed away last week from heart disease. So we're celebrating his life and his accomplishments through playing and singing through his song Lean On Me. So we're going to click on the SafeYouTube link. I'm going to get that opened up. I want you to notice that it opens up in Safari. Now, why do I want to pay attention to that? Because what I'm going to do now that I have that ready to go is I'm going to go back to GarageBand. And when I'm in GarageBand, I'm going to sweep up on the bottom. Oops, that was a little too hard. Sweep up so that the dock opens back up again. And it looks like Safari is nowhere in the dock, so I'm going to bring Safari down to the dock. There it goes. I placed it in the dock. Now I go back to GarageBand, sweep up on the bottom so the dock shows up, and there's Safari. Now this time I'm going to hold it down and slide it in so that it then opens up a split screen. Now this last step here is really important because I could push play and try to play along, but watch what happens when I touch the guitar. Whoops,
guitar songs
it
makes
goes
it
away.
easy for a beginning guitar player to
So
learn
now
to play and sing.
I'm going to go back into Safari, bring it back into split screen, and instead of just pushing play and going ahead and making it disappear again, I'm going to push on the full screen view, the 2 arrows at the bottom right of that video screen, and notice what shows up here at the top. There's a split screen button with a rectangle with an arrow in it pointing to a smaller rectangle. Press on that and you get this little split screen view of the video that we are going to play along with. Now if I push play on there and it's playing, Now watch what happens when I push on the guitar. That little screen continues to be there. Now go ahead and let it play.
See guitar song. Makes it easy for a beginning guitar player to learn to play and sing some of their favorite pop songs.
So this will have the chords. Obviously we don't have to worry about the fingerings of each chord. We're going to focus on the letter name of each chord. Notice we had C, we had D minor, we had E minor, and F. Now the song is playing. What I want to do is look at the combination of those chords, the order of them. C, C, D, E, F, F, E, D, C, C, D, E, G, C. That's at the end. C, C, D, E, F, F, E, D, C, C, D, E, D, whoops, C. Good. I'm pausing the video there to illustrate a couple things. Now, it's really important to just get a handle on which chords am I going to play and in what order. Now notice there were a couple mistakes I made, and that's fine because I'm getting used to the order. But once I get used to the order, and I know which fingers to use where, then I can play it pretty smoothly. Okay, so that's the whole chord progression, and the only reason why I can play it smoothly now is because I've been practicing it, and I know which fingers to put where. I need to use two hands on this because it's a little tricky with one. Now, the other thing about this is that once you memorize that chord progression, that's the same thing for the entire song, except one part of the song that's right in the middle. Now for that, you just go ahead and you listen to it, you watch it, you get used to what those chord names are, and then you get used to the progression and then start playing along with the song. I do know that for sure with me, I got frustrated at first because I couldn't play it with the song. It was too fast. So I learned which comes first, second, third. I paused it. I practiced. And then once I got smooth with that, when it was easier to play, then I turned the recording back on and I started to play along. Now, if you can get yourself to where you can sing along and play along together, that's great. It's a very important skill for a musician to learn, and it's also one of the tougher ones to learn. So part of it is learning each thing on their own. I'm going to learn the chord progression on its own, and I'm going to learn the lyrics on my own without playing an instrument. So you'd work on it singing through it, and you work on playing through it. And then once you have it all by itself, you have each of those parts by themselves, then you can do them with the song and start to learn how to sing and play while you play. And it feels really good because, wow, what an accomplishment. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post your questions. You can send me private messages if you want through Google Classroom or post it on that assignment wall. I wish you good luck. Practice a little bit every day on this, and then on Friday send me something that you've, just a little clip to show me that you worked on it and you improved and got to the point where you can be moving from chord to chord smoothly